Is it that the president's health is a national security concern? Can we say that it has come to that from your own point of view?
Right. First and foremost, I know our president is very smart because he has given us another political lexicon that has added to our political language, which
right.
is Dobale. He tried to bring about that damage control by himself and said it Dobale for the democracy.
That would be prostrating, yeah?
At least that simply means he prostrated for democracy. At least 25 years uninterrupted. But looking at it very well, I think it's human,
right.
And any other person can also have that kind of challenge. We've seen Joe Biden, we've seen Margaret Thatcher, we've seen a whole lot of leaders coming up with such thing. However, the thing is, the handlers of the president also need to do more because I expect them to get closer to the president. Beyond that, you wouldn't have fall to that level. And for Atiku, I think I read that from Atiku X before I even got to know what happened. Okay. Atiku was the first person to tweet.
Very vocal about
it. And the language, the tone of Atiku was a sympathetic tone. I must say this, but because opposition always, we always look at the opposite as maybe try to also take advantage of the situation. And then for Sowore, he actually made mention that the president is using us as insurance. I think every president have Nigeria as insurance for them. So there's no negotiation that we've seen President Muhammadu Buhari for good 7 to 8 years. Nigeria was catering to all his challenge. So by no means, there's no need to really color it. We are Nigeria government insurance to President Bola Tinubu. Health, no doubt about that.
As it was with other presidents.
So once you assume that office, the insurance is there for you.
Let's go to the Kwara State, issue with Abdul Razak, who happens to be the governor of Kwara State, where he's come to the place that there is a need, for the amendment of the constitution to achieve local government autonomy. That being said, will local government autonomy improve grassroots development from your own point of view? As many have said that it might just amount to yet another, state governors handling of business as usual.
We will start to see Governor Abdurrahman Abrazak's statement not as individual.
Okay.
We shouldn't see it as the only governor of Kwara. Remember, he's the chairman of Governors Forum.
Right.
So that statement is a collective statement,
collective resolve,
which they should go to constitution and actually work on constitution. We need to stop cut and join policy making. Then for us to go back to our constitution, to have a holistic view about it and position the local government as it's supposed to be. I think I agree with them because there's no number of amendments you want to do or number of adjustments you want to do or going to court that will allow these people to. So if JAAC joint account, if it's actually come on board and everything is going to the local government directly, their own share is going to them directly, that would have helped governance. Because if you look at Nigeria today, everybody belongs to one local government.
Right.
You find yourself among these 774 local government, and development starts from local government. No matter what you do, we must find it back and trace it back to the local government. So I think it's correct. Meanwhile, government should also be sensitive because governor comes and governor goes. That's how the language is.
Yes.
So after this set of governors, other governors are come, but the constitution will remain, which will condition them to do what they're supposed to do. So I think for President Tinubu to have gone to court to say yes, let's go through court, I think it's a good one. It's a good political omen that we need to look at. But however, we need to go beyond that. The National Assembly need also to come up, and because the National Assembly, the challenges that people are not seeing is that National Assembly are also not helping this situation.
In what way, please?
Thank you. They all have constituency projects.
Right.
Now, that constituency project also constitutes some of our challenges because they think they are also okay. So if local government is very strong, allocation go them straight, it will also affect their own allocation too. These are the things that we need to look at very well because the money they are getting is meant for local government within their constituency to make development. So when the local government are getting it directly now, it's going to reduce what they are also. So that's why we have to look at it holistically.
Could that be why? Because I don't think we've seen a lot from the National Assembly on the matter.
Part of it.
But what would you judge would be the reason behind the Supreme Court has also kept mum saying that look, this matter, I am not going to step into it just yet. As I will just stay from the rear and see how all the foregoings would go.
Right. I think it's more of constitutional matter
right.
compared to legislative. Court issue. Remember, President Muhammadu Buhari.
Yes.
Also have executive order,
right?
And it does not make any meaning.
Yes.
So that's why we need to go back to constitution and let National Assembly do the needful and make sure the funds for local government goes to their pocket. That I recall, one of the South states, one of the local government chairman even came out and said we don't want autonomy. Do you know what that simply means? It simply means playing to the whims and caprices of the governor. So they don't want to even offend, because governor actually handpicked them. And we must start from the election. That's the problem. I think to have local government autonomy, election must be the first step.
All right.
States should stop having or holding the election for them. It should be national issue. We should look at it from national. Because if you have your mandate from INEC, not states electoral commission, you have much more confidence to do things because you are not answerable to them. Perhaps if you look at most states now, if there's an election, other political parties don't even bother to contest because they are not going to win any, except El-Rufai, who tried to go electronical and lost like 3 states to other political parties. How many governors will have that courage?
How many governors will have that courage? Well, we have Mr. Benedict Olaleko Agunloye on the